Erev Tov. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the last in this series of meditations, uh, Finding the Light Within, bringing us toward the Festival of Lights, Chag Urim, which begins really in just a few days. Um, so I'm very, very glad that you're here. Apologies that due to some logistical complications, I was unable to um, also have the in-person session at the temple in the multipurpose room, but you're here, and I'm very glad that this will be available to folks who will log on later, watch the YouTube video later. Just really happy that this will still be available. So let's get to it. I want to invite you to get yourself situated in a way that is comfortable and feels like you have a posture that enables you to be both alert and relaxed at the same time. I'm sitting in a different chair than I usually sit in, so I'm going to take a little extra time to feel like I am balanced and comfortable in my seat. And when you feel that you're in a posture that feels good to you, then I'm going to invite you, as I always do, as we always do together, to either just let your eyes gently close, bringing your focus into your heart and into your body, or just to pick out some random point in front of you and just let your gaze be soft and relaxed and focus in that way. As we sit here, we can open to a sense of hoda'ah, of gratitude, that each of us present have been able to fulfill our intention, our kavanah, to be here, to set this time aside, whether now, as these words are being spoken in real time, or whether we find our way to this practice sometime later on. When does not matter. It is the fact that you are here. We pointed out before that one of the most distinguished and important, one might say, words in the text of the Torah itself is Hineni. Here I am. Sometimes these words are spoken by one human being to another, as when God, I should say, as when Abraham says to Isaac, Hineni. Isaac also will say to Abraham in the story of the Akedah, Hineni. Or when the Eternal One addresses Moshe. Moshe, Moshe, says God, and Moses' response is Hineni. So when we say Hineni, here I am, we mean that we are physically present, but more deeply, we mean that we are paying attention, that we are awake and aware, and that in openness we are prepared to discern what is next and what it is that we might be called upon to do in this moment. We might therefore, in English, understand Hineni to mean more than just I am here, but in the full semantic range of the English, Hineni might be translated as I am present. So I'd like to invite you to honor whatever effort you have put forth to be here, and to fully appreciate the agency and the kavod, the dignity that is inherent in making a choice to set aside this time to be with your Jewish community, with your Temple Emmanuel community, to just be peaceful and still. This is not a small thing. And here you are, not alone, even if you happen to be unaccompanied by another person at this moment. But with the knowledge and the awareness that others are with you now, others will be here later, and that together you are an indispensable part of a Kehillah Kadosha, of a sacred gathering. The word kavod in the Torah and in later Jewish parlance can mean dignity or respect or presence. When God, in one manifestation or another, appears within Torah, the text often speaks of Kavod Adonai, the presence of the eternal. Or when we recite the line from the prophet Isaiah in the Kedusha, Kadosh, 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 some of us imitate angels and rise up on our tiptoes as we say those three words, holy, holy, holy. The quote from Isaiah goes on, Adonai Tzavaot is the God of the multitudes of heavenly bodies. Melo chol haaretz, the completeness, the fullness, the totality, Melo is a wonderful word, the totality of all the earth, Kevodo, is God's presence. So as you bring into awareness the sensations in your body that enable you to feel your physical embodied self in the chair or on the cushion. Feel the way you are held up. Feel the substance of your body at rest. This is your kavod in the sense of presence, and in this kavod there is also dignity and honor. In one of my favorite meditation recorded instructions, guided meditations from Rabbi Sheila Peltz Weinberg, she speaks of sitting with dignity and presence. In your presence, become aware of the dignity and honor that is yours as a being created B'Tselem Elohim, in the image of God. So, week by week, gathering by gathering, meditation by meditation, we have explored the image and the energy of light, the light of the Hanukkah menorah, the Chanukiah that becomes brighter each night, and the light of your chiyut, your vitality, the light of your neshama, your soul, which you can understand as life energy or consciousness, however it rings most true for you. And as you draw your next in-breath and feel it come in through your mouth or nose, past the throat, down the windpipe, and into the lungs, and you feel that breath moving inward, let it flow into that inner mishkan, that inner tabernacle, that inner mikdash, that inner sanctuary that every human being possesses within. Let the breath flow into that inner place, and let that in-breath be like fuel, like energy for your Ner Tamid, your inner light. Without giving it too much thought, just imagine what your inner light looks like, its color, its movement, its warmth. This is Nishmat Chayim, this is the light and the breath of life within each of us. And see how beautiful that light within you is in its own unique way. And over the weeks that we've been meeting, we have explored the presence of that light, the uniqueness of that light. Last week, the fact that that inner light needs attention and tending and care to be strong and bright. And this week, in light of Hanukkah that's approaching so quickly, we consider that as the lights of the Chanukiah, the menorah, are meant to be shared, we put them in the window if we can. We engage in what the Talmud in Aramaic calls persoma de nisa in Aramaic, which means to publicize the miracle. we consider the ways in which that inner light of yours and mine can also be shared, can also go out into the world. And so we consider what light do you have to share with family, with friends? What light do you have to share with the Jewish people? What light do you have to share with the world, with all living beings? Where is your light needed? Without thinking too hard about this, just imagine that that light within you radiates out from your body into the world, bringing blessing and hope and healing and joy and light to others. Explore the pure happiness of knowing that your light can be shared in such a way and is shared in such a way that the world in which you live is better because of your light. What miracle is yours to proclaim? What gifts of mind and heart and soul do you have to offer? So let's just sit with the sensation of breathing into that inner mikdash, that inner sanctuary, that mishkan, that tabernacle, just following the breath in and out. And when you notice that your mind has wandered, no matter, just very gently, without any criticism, treat that realization that your mind has wandered as a moment of awakening and just come back to your breath. So do, as we have been doing, we're going to join in a little bit of singing to bridge into coming back into present environment, present reality. And although it's not a Friday night, it's not Kabbalat Shabbat, that'll be coming up in a few days. I wanted to invite us to sing a chorus and just one of the verses that we typically sing for Lecha Dodi. And it is a verse that speaks of light and of waking up to light. It is based around a quote from the prophet Isaiah. And it's the verse that goes, Hit orari, which means awaken, lihitorer is to wake up. Kiva orech, for your light has shone, your light is shining. Kumi uri, get up, wake up. Uri, awaken, shir daberi, in song. And then that word kavod Adonai, the glory or presence of God, kavod, alayich nigla, has been revealed to you. That the Hebrew is gorgeous. So we'll sing a couple of little Lecha Dodis, as I said, even though it's not Shabbat, and in between we will sandwich that one Hitorari verse. And whatever part of this you know, all of it, or you can hum along, just join in. We'll do this. Hitorari, kiva ore kumi uri, uri, shir daberi, kivod Adonai alayich nigla, lecha dodi likrat kala, p'nei Shabbat nikabela, lecha dodi likrat kala, p'nei Shabbat nikabela. All right. So there is no need whatsoever for you to rush in any way. Just take your time, and when you feel that you're ready, you can let your eyes open up. So we have come to speak of sharing our light with each other, and sharing this light with the world, even as we are to share the light of the Hanukkah with the greater world. And this idea of sharing your light and my light, letting it shine forth, suggests all kinds of wonderful things to think about, all kinds of wonderful questions. Imagine opening that inner sanctuary and sharing your light, the light that you have to give with the world. Where is the world asking for your light right now? What would it look like to shine your light into the world without apology, without any sense of shyness or apologizing? Just, here's my light. How does your light join together with the lights of others? We touched upon this in the meditation. How does it combine and multiply light and illumination with your family, your community, the Jewish people across time? There is an interesting teaching on a kind of mystery in the creation story, in which the first thing God says is one of the first things in the creation act is Yehi Or, right? Let there be light. Vayihi Or, and there was light. Of course, the question is that in the creation story, as it's told in the Torah, the creation of the heavenly lights, particularly the sun and the moon, don't happen until further down the line. So tradition asks, well, what is the source of that first light? Uh, and from this comes a mystical doctrine of what's called Or Haganuz. This first light is a sacred light that is hidden away and will be revealed again when the world is in a state of perfection. It is stored away for those who live a righteous and just life. Um, Sometimes maybe it suggests that we hide our light unnecessarily. How do we let it shine forth? Um, so many different things. I really just want to share with you before we say good evening tonight what a joy it has been to share these meditations with you heading into Hanukkah. I want to wish you a Chag Urim Sameach, a very happy and very beautiful Hanukkah celebration. And I look forward to doing more of these meditations in the future, maybe leading up to Pesach or another holiday. We'll see how we can schedule them. But thank you for participating. I love being part of this, and I love that you are here as well. Take care. Have a wonderful Hanukkah celebration. Come celebrate with us in our Hanukkah celebration at the temple a week from this coming Shabbat. But come on Shabbat as well. Be great to see you. Okay, everybody, take good care, and thanks again for being here so much. Bye bye.